Have you ever noticed how mornings feel different now compared to years ago? You roll out of bed, but instead of feeling rested, your body feels heavy. Your legs don't move as quickly, and sometimes your muscles ache before the day even begins. Maybe you've even thought to yourself, am I just getting old? Is this how it's supposed to be now? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. A lot of people share this exact same frustration. Waking up weaker, slower, and more tired isn't just an inconvenience. It can feel discouraging, like your body is slipping away from you. But here's the truth. What most people don't realize is that much of this morning weakness isn't simply old age. It often comes from a loss of muscle, a process called sarcopenia. As we get older, our bodies naturally break down muscle faster than they build it. And if we don't support that rebuilding process, every night we go to bed, our bodies quietly lose strength. Over time, this adds up. We wake feeling stiff, fragile, and drained. But the good news is this: muscle loss isn't something we have to accept without a fight. With the right nighttime habits, we can slow it down and even reverse it. That's where tonight's topic comes in, because I want to share with you 4 simple bedtime foods that can help your body repair while you sleep. These aren't fancy superfoods or expensive supplements. They're everyday items you probably already know, but when used the right way, at the right time, they can change how you feel in the morning. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the very end, because the last one is surprisingly powerful, and it's probably sitting in your fridge right now. Before we dive into the list, take a second to hit that like button if you've ever struggled with waking up stiff or weak, and subscribe to Health Smart Facts so you don't miss more tips that can help you stay strong and energized as the years go by. Also, share in the comments, what's the toughest part of your mornings right now? Is it the stiffness, the low energy, or maybe those annoying leg cramps? Let me know. I read every comment, and your story might help someone else going through the same thing. Number 1. Bananas. Let's start with bananas. Now, you might be thinking, bananas? That's too simple. But sometimes the simplest foods are the most powerful. Bananas are rich in potassium and magnesium, 2 minerals that act like the body's natural muscle relaxants. If you've ever shot awake in the middle of the night with a calf cramp that made you jump out of bed, that's often a lack of these minerals at work. Potassium makes sure your muscles contract and release smoothly, while magnesium helps calm your nervous system and let your muscles fully let go at night. I once met a man who worked construction his whole life. Strong hands, strong back, but in retirement, he said his nights became torture. His calves cramped so often that he was afraid to fall asleep. He thought he needed some complicated pill or treatment, but when he added a banana before bed, just 1 banana an hour before sleep, those cramps eased up dramatically in a week. He laughed and said, all these years, and all I needed was a piece of fruit. Bananas also contain vitamin B6, which your body uses to produce melatonin, the hormone that signals bedtime. So instead of lying awake for an hour, tossing and turning, your body actually gets the gentle nudge it needs to drift off. Think of it as nature's sleep reminder. And bananas have one more secret. They're easy to digest. Heavy meals at night can keep your body busy with digestion when it should be repairing muscles. A banana is light, sweet, and satisfying without weighing you down. Some people even like to pair it with a spoonful of peanut butter for extra protein, or mash it into a cup of warm milk for a bedtime comfort drink. Of course, as with anything, balance matters. Too many bananas and you might overload on natural sugar. 1 medium banana is the sweet spot. Not too green and starchy, not overly ripe and sugary, just right. Here's where science comes in. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology found that potassium-rich foods like bananas can reduce the frequency of nighttime cramps and improve muscle recovery after exercise, especially in older adults. Another small study conducted in Taiwan looked at how bananas affected serotonin and melatonin production.
Participants who ate 2 bananas daily for several weeks showed higher levels of these sleep-related hormones in their blood, which translated to better sleep duration and fewer nighttime awakenings. In plain English, bananas literally help your body create the chemistry it needs for rest. And let's not forget the heart and blood pressure benefits. The American Heart Association notes that potassium helps counteract the effects of sodium, lowering blood pressure and easing strain on the cardiovascular system. So when you eat a banana before bed, you're not just helping your muscles relax, you're also giving your heart a break. So the next time you feel those muscles tightening up at night, remember that a banana isn't just a snack, it's a signal to your body that rest and recovery are on the way.
Number 2. Almonds. Now let's move on to almonds. Crunchy, simple, and often hiding in plain sight in your pantry. Almonds are one of the best bedtime foods because they bring together protein, magnesium, and healthy fats. A trio your body absolutely loves at night. Protein is the raw material your muscles need to rebuild. Every movement you make during the day causes tiny wear and tear in muscle fibers, and protein is what patches those fibers up stronger than before. The problem is, as we get older, our bodies don't use protein as efficiently. That means we often need just a little more high-quality protein to get the same repair effect. Almonds deliver that in a light, snack-sized form. Magnesium, once again, helps calm the body down. A lot of people think about stress as mental, but your muscles hold stress too. If you carry tension in your shoulders, your back, or your legs, magnesium helps those muscles finally relax. Combine that with almonds' healthy fats, which digest slowly, and you've got a food that keeps your body fueled and steady until morning. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's in her 60s, and she always woke up at 2 a.m. hungry. She'd raid the kitchen for crackers or cookies, and by morning she felt bloated and sluggish. When she replaced that habit with a small handful of almonds before bed, about 10 or 12, the change was dramatic. No more midnight hunger pangs, no more sugar crashes, as she started waking up steady and rested. Another friend of mine swore by soaking almonds in water overnight. He said it softened them and made them easier to chew, and the soaking also made them gentler on the stomach. That way, he could enjoy the benefits without worrying about digestion. Here's where science backs it up. A study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences in 2011 found that people who added magnesium-rich foods, like almonds, to their diets experienced better sleep quality and fewer nighttime awakenings. Another piece of research from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that almonds' combination of protein and healthy fats helps stabilize blood sugar during sleep, preventing those sudden hunger signals that can wake you up in the middle of the night. Put simply, almonds act like a steady fuel tank for your body while you rest. And here's something you might not expect. Almonds also contain small amounts of melatonin. It's not as much as cherries, but it's enough to give your body that extra sleep signal when combined with magnesium. That means almonds are doing double duty, helping your muscles relax and gently telling your brain, hey, it's time to sleep. One thing to keep in mind, avoid the salted or candy-coated versions. Too much sodium at night can raise your blood pressure and make you thirsty, which means more trips to the bathroom. Stick with plain, raw, or lightly roasted almonds. So think of almonds as your night guard, quiet, steady, and reliable. They give your muscles the tools they need to repair while also helping you sleep through the night without interruptions.
Number 3. Cherries. Now let's talk about cherries. Juicy, red, and often thought of as just a summer treat. But cherries have something special most fruits don't: natural melatonin. That means they actually help signal to your brain it's time to sleep. I once met a man who struggled with insomnia for years. He tried warm milk, chamomile tea, even sleep medications. Nothing worked consistently. But when he started eating a small bowl of tart cherries at night, everything changed. Within a week, he said he fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and woke up without that groggy, heavy feeling that pills often left him with. Cherries do more than just help with sleep. They're loaded with antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, the compounds that give them that deep red color. Antioxidants are like the cleanup crew in your body, sweeping away inflammation and damage that builds up in muscles and joints. If you wake up stiff and achy, that's often inflammation talking, and cherries can help quiet it down. For people with arthritis, cherries have been a game changer. I know a woman who said she could barely close her hands in the morning from stiffness. She started drinking tart cherry juice before bed, just a small glass, and within weeks, her mornings felt freer and less painful. She didn't change her diet in other ways, just that one nightly ritual. Here's what science tells us. A 2010 study from the European Journal of Nutrition found that participants who drank tart cherry juice twice a day increased their melatonin levels and slept an average of 39 minutes longer each night. That's nearly an extra sleep cycle, just from something as simple as cherries. Another study published in Arthritis and Rheumatism showed that people who consumed cherries regularly had a significant reduction in markers of inflammation, which is why so many arthritis patients report relief. In other words, cherries aren't just helping you fall asleep, they're repairing your body while you rest. Now, it's important to be specific here. Fresh cherries are wonderful when they're in season, but if you don't have access to them, tart cherry juice is the next best thing. Just make sure it's unsweetened. Skip the cherry pie fillings, syrups, or canned varieties drowning in sugar. Those won't give you the benefits. Frozen cherries are also a great backup. They keep their nutrients and can be tossed into a smoothie or warmed slightly for a soothing nighttime snack. And don't overdo it. A small bowl of cherries or one glass of juice is enough. Too much, and the natural sugar might work against you, leaving you restless instead of restful. So, if falling asleep has been your battle, cherries can be your ally. Sweet, gentle, and surprisingly powerful, they help you drift off while also keeping your muscles and joints calm for the morning.
Number 4. Greek yogurt. Finally, we come to number 4, and this one is the quiet champion of bedtime foods, Greek yogurt. Plain, simple, no frills, and incredibly effective. The magic here is in the type of protein it contains, called casein. Unlike other proteins that your body burns through quickly, casein digests slowly, releasing amino acids into your bloodstream little by little all night long. Imagine your muscles being fed by a slow, steady drip of building blocks while you sleep. That's exactly what Greek yogurt does. Instead of your body running out of resources halfway through the night, your muscles stay nourished until morning. I once knew a woman who said she woke up every day feeling weaker than when she went to bed. She was convinced her body was shrinking overnight. But when she started eating half a cup of plain Greek yogurt before bed, she noticed a dramatic difference within weeks. She woke up steadier, more balanced, and with enough strength to climb the stairs without holding the railing. Greek yogurt also brings in calcium, which not only strengthens bones, but also helps with muscle contractions. And let's not forget probiotics, the good bacteria that support gut health. When your gut is balanced, you sleep better, absorb nutrients more efficiently, and even feel calmer. It's all connected. Here's what research has found. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that consuming casein protein before bed increased overnight muscle protein synthesis by up to 22% compared to not having it. In plain words, people who ate casein-rich foods like Greek yogurt literally built more muscle while sleeping. Another study published in the journal Nutrients in 2018 found that those who had dairy-based protein before bedtime not only improved recovery from exercise, but also had better morning energy levels. It's fascinating to think that while most of us assume our bodies shut off during sleep, Greek yogurt is quietly fueling repair work the entire time. The key, though, is to keep it plain.
Flavored yogurts often come with added sugars that can spike your blood sugar before bed, which isn't what you want at night. If plain yogurt feels too bland, you can add a sprinkle of cinnamon, a drizzle of honey, or a few fresh berries. That way you keep it wholesome while making it enjoyable. For people who don't enjoy the texture, blending it into a smoothie with a banana or some cherries makes it more appealing while still delivering the same benefits. Some even freeze small portions of Greek yogurt with a touch of fruit to make a healthy bedtime frozen treat. It feels indulgent, but keeps the benefits intact. So think of Greek yogurt as your nighttime bodyguard. Quiet, steady, and dependable, it keeps your muscles supplied with everything they need to rebuild while you rest.
So there you have it, 4 simple bedtime foods: bananas, almonds, cherries, and Greek yogurt. None of them require complicated recipes, none of them break the bank, and all of them can be found in an ordinary grocery store. Yet, when you make them part of your nightly routine, the changes are real. Calmer muscles, fewer cramps, deeper sleep, and mornings that actually feel refreshing instead of exhausting. Think about it. Just a banana instead of nothing. A handful of almonds instead of cookies. A bowl of cherries instead of staring at the ceiling. A scoop of Greek yogurt instead of going to bed hungry. Tiny choices that add up to something much bigger: strength, rest, and a better tomorrow. If this gave you an idea for something new to try tonight, drop a comment below and tell me which of the 4 foods you're going to start with. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, and subscribe to Health Smart Facts for more simple tips you can actually use in your daily life. Small changes, big results. That's what we're all about here.